Hi, Shabbat Shalom. My name is Stanley Davids. Welcome to our unique community of those who are committed to the ongoing participation in a conversation about the meaning of Torah in our lives. This process has become such a welcome and meaningful part of my own life, and I hope of your lives as well. Before I begin, I just would like to note that this Sunday evening begins Yom HaZikaron, the Day of Remembrance, remembering those who died in defense of the Jewish state of Israel and those who died in terror attacks. And then Monday evening, we begin the celebration, the happiness of Yom HaAtzmaut, Independence Day, celebrating unbelievably the 69th birthday of the state of Israel. In between the end of Yom HaZikaron and the beginning of Yom HaAtzmaut, a number of communities now have begun observing a kind of a Havdalah service, a transition between pain and tears and utmost joy. It isn't an easy transition. Tears, celebration, Havdalah, a bridge. Well, we have a combined Torah portion this week, Tazria and Metzora, beginning with Leviticus chapter 12, verse 1. Tazria starts as follows: when a woman conceives and gives birth. And Metzora begins, this is the law regarding a person with leprosy, or is it skin disease? A number of commentators go one way, some go another way. Leprosy, skin disease, so it is. These are not the easiest of Torah portions which a rabbi is called upon to address on a Shabbat morning. My friends, let's discuss this Shabbat morning conception and menstruation, and we will then follow up with some thoughtful insights into ritual uncleanliness. There will be a kiddush to follow. We will be serving Bamba Shabbat Shalom. Or, Torah leads us this morning into a thoughtful exploration of various skin diseases and mold that can affect the walls of our houses. There will be a kiddush after services. Bamba will be served. Shabbat Shalom. To work with and around these texts, in the 70s, 80s, 90s, many rabbis turned the discussion of skin diseases into a thoughtful consideration of the horrors of AIDS, and focused on the ethical challenges our communities confronted in both to curtail the epidemic and to be loving and caring toward its victims. But there was always a second option: play the notarikon game with the word metzora, leprosy. Notarikon, Notarikon, is a way the rabbis use to create new words or phrases out of a word already found in the Torah text. Underlying the use of notarikon was the belief that the Torah was rich with meanings both revealed and hidden. So in notarikon, the word leprosy was found by the rabbis actually to be an allusion to Motzi Shem Ra, Metzora, Motzi Shem Ra, gossip. So they could move away from thinking about human biology and consideration of the wide variety of mold that are available and talk instead about gossip. Gossip was compared to a fatal disease, one that can kill both the gossiper and the target of gossip. Well worth Shabbat morning discussion. Now, teaching one's community about the sacred obligation to care for the victims of AIDS, or the equally sacred obligation to avoid the destructive, deadly impact of gossip, that works really well. But my attention these past years has been drawn increasingly to the manner in which the Torah connects physical challenges and diseases of the flesh with spiritual and psychological concerns. Our text tells us that when a woman gives birth, she is in a state of impurity, so she must bring sacrifices to the Kohen, the priest, who will make expiation for her. Or when a person sees that his or her skin has a discoloration that seems to indicate the presence of a serious disease, the individual is to present herself or himself to the priest, who will examine the sore flesh and decide what form of expiation, what ritual is needed to hasten the possibility of healing. Or if men or women have unwelcome or troubling discharges, come to the priest. If you suspect that your clothing or your walls somehow are affected by some form of blight, come to the priest. No, we're not looking for Jewish witch doctors, far from it. But I think that the authors of the Torah are signaling that they are aware of the importance of mental health and vigor when dealing with illnesses or, quite frankly, with stresses of any kind. Giving birth, I am told, is filled with blessings and with trauma. Think back to a pre-modern, pre-scientific world. Pain, anxiety, a new life, more pain, blood, fear over the survival of both mother and child. What's a woman to do? Or your skin erupts in obvious discoloration and distress, and others can see you. They shy away from you. They don't want what you have. You don't want what you have. Is it a punishment for some unrecognized or forgotten sin? What did I do? What did I fail to do? It hurts. I'm being shunned even by those closest to me. Come to the priest to heal the body. Ways must be found to heal the soul as well. To fight disease, the mind must marshal its resources to assist in whatever the body can do to bring healing. To effectively decide how to handle trauma or loss. The search for the right answers must be aided by a parallel search for inner strength and even serenity. What was true in Torah times is certainly no less true today. Yes, today we have advanced science. Our medical skills are incredible. But the need to link the human spirit to the physical challenges of our lives is no less urgent today than it was in biblical times. The healing of the mind, of the soul, of the spirit is critical to opening wide the possibilities of bringing healing to our lives. We are stronger when body and mind work together. We are more effective when body and mind share a common focus. We're not talking magic here. We're talking about the vast array of human resources that we need to learn how to access, to put to good use. May we be blessed with an awareness of the sacred links between body and mind. And may that knowledge bring us healing. And by the way, and this, forgive me, I need to add, no matter how we choose to read our text today, Bamba is still a great thing to serve during Kiddush. Shabbat Shalom. Please help expand our studying community by hitting share, by sharing this week's discussion on Facebook. Have a great week. Chag Sameach, Yom Ha'atzmaut. We'll see you next week. God bless.